it's not the Democrat Party that's opposed. I think it was the White House. And I think that it was largely the circle of friends that Elizabeth Warren is tremendously influential with. She is wicked smart, but she does not like this asset.
Why does she like it, Senator?
I don't know. I look forward to that conversation. And we're going to have it because she's the ranking member of the Banking Committee.
Mm-hmm.
Hey everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and that was Senator Lummis. Yep, in a very scripted interview, trying to convince the listeners that it's all about Bitcoin and only Bitcoin in that reserve. Yeah, she believes it'll have a positive impact on our debt, and I'm talking about the US. She believes that if it's held for 20 years, well, it's going to just cut the debt in half. But you can just imagine the people bailing out of Bitcoin before, just in caution, because 5% of the circulating supply comes from a government liquidation. Well, Grok says, now I know I'm not one of those people who just believe everything ChatGPT says, but I always in my mind, just in common sense, knew, even on an OTC sale, that there would be an impact. And just to confirm it, Grok did say that selling 5% would certainly have a significant impact, even if done over the counter. So I just don't know. It would directly impact the exchanges with the ripple impact of liquidity. And it's naive to think that there wouldn't be any impact. Now, would it recover? Most likely. But how long? Well, it's always based on how much impact and how scared the market runs out of the coin before the government takes action. I don't know. I just see it as, I can imagine people would start selling maybe a year before that action was scheduled to take place. Yes, I think anytime you have a monumental shift of ownership, there's just a lot of uncertainty into how long it takes to recover. Now the market, you don't want to look too long. We're off about 3%. Virtuals leads with the losses, along with Jasmy, BitTensor, and Lido DAO. 15.8%, 13.2%, 12.8%, and 11.7% respectively. BTC dropped just below 100,000. XRP is off 2.9%, off about 3.7%. It is about tariffs, and we knew that this was going to be the case. That was one of the promises that President Trump gave on many of his campaign speeches. He wasn't kidding. Yeah, he hit Canada, Mexico, and China with steep tariffs. In retaliation, Canada announced their own tariffs. They're going to hit back with 25% on $155 billion. China also vows to take measures. They also are threatening some WTO action. Of course, Wall Street just hates uncertainty. So I think everything that is traded, including crypto, is going to get wobbly and volatile. I checked in on the official Trump meme coin and, well, take a look. It actually bounced a little, currently trading at $21.06. Japan will closely monitor the yen as they have intervened into the currency exchange a couple of times in the last 12 months. I'm sure it's unsettling to not know exactly how it's going to disrupt all of the world trade agreements. Now, moving on to some positive news, I want to introduce you to NextGen Digital. They're a Canadian technology company. They do cloud AI hosting and e-commerce as a platform. They're public. $1.43 Canadian will buy you a share. That was the current closing price that took place on January 31st. If you're a Solana holder or an XRP holder, you're going to be thrilled with this. It was on January 27th that they had a press release that they were putting 10,000 Solana coins into a new asset portfolio, putting them on their balance sheet for the shareholder exposure. And then on January 29th of this year, they were pleased to announce that they had further news on a release that they had initially made in December, detailing its expanded corporate strategy, that it was going to begin the process of building that strategic position also for XRP, which they cite being developed by Ripple Labs. And they explain it as a high-speed, scalable, and decentralized public blockchain aiming to improve global payments by enabling faster, cheaper, and more reliable cross-border transactions. Unlike traditional payment systems, which in some cases may take days to settle, XRP proposes to facilitate near instantaneous transactions at a fraction of the cost. So NextGen views XRP as an important asset in the future of global institutional finance, offering shareholders exposure to this cryptocurrency, and aims to bridge the gap between blockchain and traditional banking systems. So it's great. They started with Solana. They've now moved over to XRP, and we're seeing this as a means of bolstering treasuries for private and public companies. And jumping to XDC, we've got the head of markets, Angus O'Callaghan, and he confirms that XDC will be listed on Binance. That's just so wonderful for the XDC holders. Binance is the premier exchange. It has the highest volume, the best liquidity. If you make it to Binance, you've really made it. Now I have a little bit of news for you. It's an update on SBI and USDC. That is the stablecoin that's issued by Circle. Circle is led by Jeremy Allaire, who you see in the photograph here. And then allow me to give you an update on the SBI and USDC payments. You can see that they have a big service that is going to start between January and March of this year. This bit that I posted on X has the link to the sources, which comes directly from SBI, Circle, and CoinDesk, which was an exclusive article just a couple of weeks ago. SBI announced that they had this new partnership with Circle to provide access to the USDC stablecoin with their SBI Shinsei Bank. Shinsei is going to provide the banking services to Circle for Japan, and this will enable access to their liquidity for Japanese-based businesses and retail users. It was just on January 1st, 2025, that the president of SBI VC Trade, Kondo-san, was talking about the demand for international remittances using USDC, how it would likely become strong from both individuals and corporations in Japan. So inbound tourists will be able to use it for shopping, and domestic consumers will be able to use it to pay for purchases through cross-border e-commerce services and the like. So another use case we think of, as the quote goes on, is to use it as a payment method that can be used in games. Let's finish this video with a little bit more of Senator Lummis in that interview. And until next time, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.
So when I look at a strategic Bitcoin reserve and its ability to grow and help me right the wrongs that my generation did by driving us into this terrible debt, it's the only vehicle I see that can have that consequential an effect. The strategic Bitcoin reserve can help people in my generation right the wrongs that we did to your generation and generations to follow. And I feel deeply committed to making that happen.